we are sailing back towards Athens. That is Mykonos off in the distance. The rain clouds are starting to build. There's a weather warning out for this afternoon, an advisory, expecting quite a bit of rain coming into the islands here in Greece. We are getting ready to make a stop. This is the island of Tinos, T-I-N-O-S. We'll make a stop here and then one more before we get into Athens. Little break in the clouds right up above, but a very picturesque setting here. The ferry ride over to Athens is about 52 euros, about $56, and takes upwards of about 5.5 hours total. But on board there's plenty of places to stretch out and relax. Quite a few different restaurants and cafes. I'm looking for the casino. I don't think there's a casino, but plenty of things to do to pass the time. You got satellite television, and you could even rent a sleeping cabin if you were so inclined to do. You see our wake right behind us. Two ways to travel from the main land of Greece out to the islands, either by airplane, which was a 23-minute flight from wheels up to wheels down to get to Mykonos, and we're going to take a much longer, more scenic route back. A little better look at Tinos there. All right, the first port of call is the seaside island. Of course an island would be seaside, right? Tinos. Look up behind, you see quite a bit of elevation here on the island. Back up that way, you got the terraced hillsides. Might be growing some grapes to make Greek wine, who knows? Look at the color of the water churned up by the big ship as we back in here. Walk down this way, give you a little bit of a view back into the town. The rain has started to fall here a little bit as we pull into Tinos. Here in the port area. It doesn't look to be as populated here in the center area, maybe like as Mykonos, but I'm sure there's plenty to see and do and explore. All right, good afternoon from Tinos on the first stop. Here in Tinos, I thought I would give a little tour of the ship that's taking us to Athens. We're up on one of the higher decks. So you got like kennels for animals. So you can bring your pet friend, Fido or Snickers or whatever your puppy's name is. And they can kennel the dog for you. Some outdoor seating right below. The rain has started to fall here a little bit. This right here I guess would be a lifeboat, would hold 150 persons. Hopefully we don't get to test those out, of course. Looking back in towards the city of Tinos a little bit. Now this is winter time, so imagine in summer when these boats are ferrying the partiers out to places around the islands. You'd have a lot of people that enjoy sitting out here on the patio areas and whatnot, enjoying the great views along the Mediterranean Sea. All right, let's go explore. So we start to leave Tinos in the distance. down one deck from where we were upstairs. So you kind of come into the interior. Some very nice comfortable seating areas there. So we're up on number 7, 8. So you get back inside, yeah, there's some more kind of like airline style seats that are pretty comfortable. Then we'll walk down a couple flights of stairs here. And so you got maps on the wall written in Greek and English for the rest of us. And the 6th floor is where all the restaurants and cafes are. Let's go explore this one. All right, we got the second port of call on this trip into Athens. First stop was Tinos. This one is Siros, S-I-R-O-S. And this looks like a lot larger community than Tinos was. A lot more housing development. Definitely in the mode of the hillside Greek towns that you would anticipate and expect it to look like. Built right on top of the hillside, tumbling down in towards the Mediterranean Sea. Quite a bit more traffic here on the streets of Siros. As we're heading into the pickup area, you see those big semi trucks, the lorries, will be driving on board. And then we have about another 3.5 hours into Athens. This is Siros. I'm going to go to the other side and see if I can't get a little bit wider angle view into it. But for the moment, this is this side. Now from the other side of the boat, looking into the town of Siros along the coast here, there's a large promenade that goes around the area, but look up on top of this hill. Have what looks like to be maybe a church up on top. And then what's really interesting, right behind this tower with the scaffolding, you got this what almost looks like a pyramid of buildings on top of that hill, like those homes built into the side, and maybe at the very top of that looks to be a church. I see a bell tower up there. You see down here on the promenade, people just getting off the ship coming over from Mykonos. Keep impressing, Greek islands, keep impressing.
Requested to watch the demonstration carefully. For search and rescue purposes, your life jacket is equipped with a whistle, reflecting tape and light, which is automatically activated as soon as it enters protected water.
We are cruising along the Blue Ferries here in Greece. Cheers. A beer on board is €5.50, so about $5.75. Get a little view of the outdoor seating area here. So a question you might have is, why did I fly to Mykonos but then take a boat back? Well, an interesting story, as you see the Greek flag flying there at the edge of the ship. A couple days before we were due to arrive in Athens, there was a potential shutdown of all the transportation in Greece, including the air traffic controllers. And it didn't look like we were even going to get to Athens as scheduled on the day that we were planning to come. I had purchased my return flight from Mykonos back to Athens like that day, and I was able to cancel it because we didn't think we were going to get to Athens, let alone Mykonos, and get a full refund on it. Then the strike did not happen for the air traffic controllers, so we were able to go kind of as scheduled. But when I tried to buy my ticket that I previously canceled, the flight was sold out. It did become available last night for like 170 euros, which was a lot more than I had initially paid. So I went ahead and bought a ferry ticket this morning. This was 52 euros, so about $55. And it's actually a pretty nice way to travel. I got to see a couple places that I would not have got to go, and we flew over them yesterday on a 25-minute flight, but we got to stop at Tinos and Siros and see a couple more islands, you know, kind of up close. So that was probably the benefit of being able to take the ferry. Tom is still on the later flight, so he is only going to take him, you know, 25 to 30 minutes to get back into Athens, where this is going to take me about 5.5 hours. But this very comfortable way to travel, and they do a very, very nice job of it here on Blue Lines. So we have a couple hours of daylight left, and then we'll be rolling into Athens. And as we sail in, we might even get a little look of Athens kind of lit up this evening. So that'd be kind of neat to see from the perspective of coming in from the Aegean Sea. So cheers from the middle of the water on the way back to Athens. After about a 5.5-hour ride from Mykonos, we are cruising into the port of Piraeus, just outside of Athens. Hats off to the people of Blue Star Ferry Lines. What a great ride this has been. We're going to catch a metro, head into the city of Athens, and then explore around here, the capital of Greece. More to come. Hello from the Blue Ferries here in, where the hell are we? Try it again.